only 7 years into one of the bloodiest conflicts since World War II. With more than 400,000 dead and over 11 million Syrians displaced inside and outside the country, the Syrian crisis continues. September was the deadliest month so far this year, with 1,000 civilians killed across the country, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. Russian and Syrian forces have launched hundreds of airstrikes after the 6th round of peace talks brokered by Iran, Russia, and Turkey concluded just last month. Bashar al Assad and his regime, backed by Russia and Iran, are on course to regain most of the ground lost since the beginning of the war along its heavily populated western corridor. The Free Syrian Army, which has sought to overthrow the murderous regime, is overwhelmed and outgunned by Daesh and the coalition Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, dominated by formerly affiliated al-Qaeda groups. The FSA and moderate rebels were supported by a covert CIA program, which was the foundation of the Obama administration's policy to force out Bashar al Assad. But the Trump administration's phasing out the program, something long demanded by Russia, and signaling the U.S. no longer actively seeks regime change. The Trump administration did launch missile strikes in April, targeting the regime's Shayat air base after Assad launched a chemical weapons attack in the Syrian town of Han Sheikhoun. While it was the first U.S. missile strike against the regime since the Syrian Civil War began, it was not a sign of a shift in U.S. policy toward Syria. Besides its fight to dislodge Daesh, the U.S. looks likely to further chart a policy of disengagement and isolation. As the conflict grinds on, the only winners emerging out of the inhumane horrors of this war look likely to be Assad, Russia's military might, and the cementing of Iranian influence over the region. Courtney Kealy, Strait Talk.